If you're tired of eating the same sad salad or plain rice bowl for lunch just because you're avoiding dairy, you know how frustrating it can be to find meals that actually feel satisfying. But these dairy-free lunch ideas prove that cutting out cheese and cream doesn't mean you have to settle for bland or boring food. One trick I love is using creamy cashew sauce to replace heavy dressings, and it works in so many different ways you will not miss the dairy at all. Stick around because this roundup is packed with options that are quick to prep and easy to pack for work or school. Whether you're feeding picky kids, trying to stay on track with your health goals, or just want a lunch that feels like a treat, these recipes have you covered. Think crispy crunchy wraps, rich and savory grain bowls, and creamy soups that taste indulgent without any dairy. You might be surprised how many of these ideas come together in under 15 minutes with simple pantry staples. So let's jump into this collection of dairy-free lunch ideas you'll actually look forward to making again and again. Let's kick things off with a warm, cozy bowl of creamy coconut lentil soup that feels like a hug in a bowl. This one is perfect for those chilly days when you want something hearty and satisfying without any dairy. You start by sautéing onions, garlic, and ginger until they smell amazing. Then toss in some red lentils and vegetable broth. Let it simmer until the lentils are tender. Then stir in a can of full-fat coconut milk for that rich, velvety texture. A squeeze of fresh lime juice and a pinch of cumin at the end really make the flavors pop. If you want extra protein, throw in a handful of chopped spinach or some leftover shredded chicken. Every spoonful is creamy, comforting, and completely dairy-free, so you will not miss a thing. Once you've got that soup going, let's move on to a bright and zesty lunch that's perfect for warmer days. Next up is a colorful roasted veggie quinoa bowl that's as beautiful as it is delicious. It's a fantastic meal prep option because you can roast a big batch of vegetables and use them all week. Toss chopped sweet potatoes, broccoli, and red bell peppers with olive oil and a sprinkle of smoked paprika, then roast until caramelized and tender. Fluff up some cooked quinoa and arrange the veggies on top for a hearty base. Drizzle everything with a simple lemon tahini dressing made from tahini, lemon juice, garlic, and a splash of water. For extra crunch, add toasted pumpkin seeds or a handful of fresh arugula right before serving. This bowl is so satisfying and packed with nutrients you'll feel energized all afternoon. Now, let's switch gears to something you can wrap up and take anywhere. These hummus and avocado lettuce wraps are my go-to when I want a light but filling lunch in under 10 minutes. They're naturally dairy-free and totally customizable, so you can use whatever veggies you have on hand. Spread a generous layer of your favorite hummus onto large, sturdy lettuce leaves like romaine or butter lettuce. Add slices of creamy avocado, shredded carrots, cucumber ribbons, and a sprinkle of salt and pepper. Roll them up gently like a burrito, and you've got a portable, mess-free meal. You can swap the hummus for dairy-free pesto or mashed white beans if you want to change up the flavor. Each bite is fresh, crunchy, and packed with healthy fats that keep you full for hours. From something handheld, let's move to a salad that feels anything but boring. These dairy-free lunch ideas are perfect for mixing up your routine. I'd love to hear which one you're most excited to try first. Maybe you're leaning toward the creamy soup or the quick wrap. Drop a comment below and let me know your pick. Also, if you cook for other dietary restrictions, feel free to share that too. Your comment helps others in the community find new ideas. While you're here, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss our next recipe lineup. Keep watching for more tasty options coming up. This Mediterranean chickpea salad is bright, tangy, and loaded with texture, making it a lunch you'll actually look forward to eating. It's perfect for meal prep because the flavors only get better after a few hours in the fridge. Combine a can of rinsed chickpeas with diced cucumber, cherry tomatoes, red onion, and Kalamata olives. Toss in some fresh parsley and a handful of crumbled dairy-free feta cheese for that authentic taste. Whisk together olive oil, red wine vinegar, dried oregano, and a touch of Dijon mustard for the dressing. If you want it heartier, add a scoop of cooked farro or quinoa right into the mix. Every forkful is refreshing and satisfying with just the right amount of tang. Now let's switch to something warm and savory that comes together in one skillet. This one skillet lemon herb tofu and rice is a weeknight dream that also makes a fantastic leftover lunch. It's completely dairy-free and uses simple pantry staples to create a deeply flavorful meal. Press and cube some extra firm tofu, then pan fry it until golden and crispy on all sides. Remove the tofu, saute some garlic and onion in the same pan, then add your rice and vegetable broth. Stir in lemon zest, dried thyme, and a pinch of turmeric for color, then nestle the tofu back in and let everything simmer. A handful of frozen peas stirred in at the end adds sweetness and a pop of green. The rice soaks up all the lemony herb flavors, making every bite comforting and bright. For our last lunch idea today, let's lean into something spicy and satisfying that's perfect for taco lovers. These spicy sweet potato black bean tacos are proof that dairy-free lunches can be bold, exciting, and incredibly easy. Roast cubed sweet potatoes with chili powder, cumin, and smoked paprika until they're caramelized on the edges. Warm up some corn or flour tortillas, then fill them with the roasted sweet potatoes and seasoned black beans. Top with a simple dairy-free crema made from blended cashews, lime, and a pinch of salt. Add fresh cilantro, chopped red onion, and a few slices of avocado for extra creaminess. You can speed things up by using canned black beans and store-bought dairy-free sour cream if you're short on time. Each taco is a little explosion of smoky, spicy, and tangy flavors that will keep you coming back. And with that, we've got a whole week of dairy-free lunches ready to go. Stay tuned for one more bonus idea that ties it all together. Next up is a creamy pasta dish that feels totally indulgent but is completely dairy-free. This Cashew Alfredo is perfect for those days when you want something rich, cozy, and satisfying without any heavy cream or cheese. You just soak some raw cashews in hot water for about 15 minutes, then blend them with garlic, lemon juice, and a little vegetable broth until it's silky smooth. Toss that sauce with your favorite pasta and some steamed broccoli florets for a complete meal that comes together in under 20 minutes. The sauce thickens up beautifully as it coats the pasta, giving you that classic Alfredo feel without any dairy at all. If you don't have cashews, you can use sunflower seeds or even silken tofu for a similar creamy texture. People love this one because it feels like a real comfort food splurge, but it's actually packed with healthy fats and plant protein. And once you've got that creamy sauce down, you'll be ready for another simple lunch idea that's just as easy to throw together. Now let's talk about stuffed bell peppers that are bright, fresh, and totally dairy-free. These are great for meal prep because they hold up well in the fridge and taste even better the next day. You start by cooking some quinoa until it's fluffy, then mix it with diced tomatoes, chopped spinach, and a handful of fresh herbs like parsley and basil. Cut the tops off your bell peppers, scoop out the seeds, and stuff them generously with the quinoa mixture. Bake them in the oven until the peppers are tender and the filling is warm and fragrant throughout. For extra protein, you can stir in some cooked lentils or crumbled tofu before stuffing the peppers. The combination of sweet roasted pepper and herby quinoa is so satisfying that you will not miss the cheese at all. Once you see how easy these are to make, you'll be excited to try another dish that's just as colorful and packed with flavor. If you're loving this list of dairy-free lunch ideas, there's a whole lot more where that came from. Head over to www.healthybitestribe.com to explore our full recipe collection. You can use the AI recipe generator to create custom meals based on what you have on hand. The meal planner makes it easy to organize your week with these dishes. Save your favorites and share them with family or friends who need allergy-friendly options. It's all designed to make cooking with restrictions simpler and more enjoyable. Whether you're new to dairy-free eating or a pro, you'll find practical tools to help. Check it out when you're ready to take your meal planning to the next level. This next dish is a cold noodle salad that's perfect for warm days when you want something light but filling. It's a Thai-inspired peanut rice noodle salad that comes together in about 15 minutes with no cooking required. You just cook the rice noodles according to the package directions, rinse them under cold water, and toss them with shredded carrots, thinly sliced red cabbage, and fresh cilantro. The dressing is a simple blend of creamy peanut butter, lime juice, a little tamari, and a touch of maple syrup for sweetness. Pour that dressing over the noodles and veggies, then toss everything until it's well coated and glossy. If you have a peanut allergy, you can use sunflower seed butter or tahini instead for a similar creamy, nutty flavor. This salad is so refreshing and satisfying that it's become a go-to lunch for busy weekdays. After that burst of fresh flavors, let's move on to something warm and hearty that's just as simple to make. This next one is a coconut curry vegetable soup that feels like a warm hug in a bowl. It's perfect for chilly days or whenever you need something soothing and nourishing without any dairy. You start by sautéing onion, garlic, and ginger in a pot, then add curry powder and a pinch of turmeric for color and warmth. Pour in a can of full-fat coconut milk and some vegetable broth, then toss in chopped sweet potatoes, bell peppers, and green beans. Let it simmer until the sweet potatoes are tender and the flavors have melded together into a rich, aromatic broth. You can add a squeeze of lime juice and a handful of fresh spinach right before serving for extra brightness and nutrients. The creamy coconut base makes this soup feel decadent, but it's completely plant-based and dairy-free. Once you've enjoyed a bowl of this, you'll be ready for another lunch idea that's just as cozy and comforting. Now here's a lunch that's as simple as it is satisfying. Black bean and corn stuffed sweet potatoes. These are perfect for when you want something hearty and filling, but don't feel like spending a lot of time in the kitchen. You just bake a few sweet potatoes until they're soft and fluffy on the inside, then split them open and fluff the flesh with a fork. Top them with a mixture of black beans, corn, diced red onion, and a squeeze of fresh lime juice for a bright, zesty kick. Drizzle on a little avocado crema made from blended avocado, lime, and a splash of water for a creamy finish. If you want extra heat, you can add some chopped jalapeno or a sprinkle of chili flakes on top. The combination of sweet potato and savory black beans is so satisfying that you'll forget it's completely dairy-free. After this hearty dish, let's move on to one more lunch idea that's perfect for wrapping up your week. Last for this section is a light and fresh dish that's perfect for when you want something quick and veggie-packed. Zucchini noodles with dairy-free pesto and cherry tomatoes come together in just a few minutes with no cooking required. You spiralize a couple of zucchinis into noodles, then toss them with a generous amount of homemade or store-bought dairy-free pesto. Have some cherry tomatoes and add them to the bowl along with a handful of fresh basil leaves for extra flavor. The pesto coats the zucchini noodles beautifully, giving you a satisfying pasta-like experience without any gluten or dairy. For extra protein, you can top it with some grilled chicken, chickpeas, or toasted pine nuts. This dish feels so light and refreshing that it's perfect for a quick lunch that still feels special. And with that, we're ready to move on to the final few dishes that will round out your dairy-free lunch rotation. Next up, we have a smoky Chipotle black bean burger that is so satisfying you will not even miss the meat. This is the perfect option for a quick weeknight dinner or a casual weekend lunch when you want something hearty and dairy-free. You simply mash up some black beans with cooked quinoa, diced onion, and a spoonful of chipotle peppers in adobo sauce for that deep, smoky heat. Form the mixture into patties and pan-fry them until they are crispy on the outside and tender on the inside. Serve them on a soft bun with all your favorite toppings like lettuce, tomato, and a big slice of avocado. If you want to keep things gluten-free, just use a lettuce wrap or a gluten-free bun instead. The smoky flavor and the satisfying texture make this burger feel like a real treat. Now, let's move on to a dish that is perfect for meal prep and tastes even better the next day. Cooking with dietary restrictions can feel lonely sometimes, but it doesn't have to be. This recipe collection is just one way we support each other here. At www.healthybitestribe.com, you'll find a warm community of people who get it. You can chat with others who are also swapping ingredients and finding what works. Share your own twists on these dairy-free lunch ideas and learn from others. It's a space where everyone is welcome, no matter your cooking experience. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and join us online. You're not cooking alone, and we'd love to have you. For a lunch that comes together in minutes, try these curried chickpea and spinach stuffed pitas. They are a fantastic option when you need something portable and filling without any dairy at all. You just warm up some canned chickpeas in a pan with a little olive oil, curry powder, and a handful of fresh spinach until it wilts. Then, stuff the mixture into warm whole wheat pita pockets along with some crunchy shredded carrots and a drizzle of dairy-free yogurt. The combination of warm, spiced chickpeas and cool, creamy yogurt is absolutely perfect. You can also add some chopped red onion or a squeeze of lemon juice for an extra burst of flavor. Everyone will love how easy and flavorful this lunch is, and it takes almost no effort to prepare. Next, we have a warm and comforting bowl that feels like a hug on a chilly day. This creamy tomato and white bean soup is the ultimate comfort food that happens to be completely dairy-free. It is a wonderful choice when you are craving something warm, cozy, and incredibly simple to make. You start by sautéing some garlic and onion in a pot, then add canned crushed tomatoes, vegetable broth, and a can of drained cannellini beans. Let it simmer for a few minutes, then use an immersion blender to puree it until it is smooth and velvety. The white beans create a naturally creamy texture without any cream or milk at all. For a little extra richness, stir in a spoonful of tahini or a splash of coconut milk before serving. This soup is so comforting and satisfying that you will want to make it every single week. Let's keep the cozy vibes going with a dish that is perfect for a lazy Sunday afternoon. You will not believe how delicious this baked eggplant Parmesan is, and it is completely dairy-free. It is a fantastic way to enjoy a classic Italian dish without any cheese or milk, and it feels so indulgent. You slice an eggplant into rounds, dip them in a simple batter of almond milk and flour, then coat them in seasoned breadcrumbs. Bake the slices until they are golden and crispy, then layer them in a baking dish with marinara sauce and a homemade cashew ricotta. The cashew ricotta is made by blending soaked cashews with lemon juice, garlic, and a little nutritional yeast for a cheesy flavor. Bake everything together until it is hot and bubbly, and you have a meal that feels like a special occasion. The creamy ricotta and crispy eggplant are a match made in heaven. Now, let's switch gears to a fresh and zesty dish that is perfect for warmer weather. These mango and avocado sushi bowls are a fun and fresh way to enjoy all the flavors of sushi without any dairy or fuss. They are perfect for a light and refreshing lunch that feels vibrant and exciting. You start with a base of sushi rice or brown rice, then top it with sliced avocado, ripe mango, cucumber, and shredded carrots. Add some edamame for protein and a sprinkle of sesame seeds for a little crunch. Drizzle everything with a simple sauce made from tamari, rice vinegar, and a touch of maple syrup. You can also add some nori strips or pickled ginger on the side for an even more authentic sushi experience. This bowl is so bright and colorful that it will instantly lift your mood. For our final dish, we have a dessert-like lunch that feels like a total indulgence. Last but not least, this chocolate peanut butter banana smoothie bowl is the perfect way to end our dairy-free lunch journey. It is a fantastic option when you want something sweet, satisfying, and completely free of any dairy ingredients. You blend frozen bananas, a big spoonful of peanut butter, cocoa powder, and a splash of almond milk until it is thick and creamy. Pour it into a bowl and top it with your favorite goodies like sliced banana, granola, coconut flakes, and a drizzle of extra peanut butter. It tastes just like a rich chocolate milkshake, but is actually a healthy and filling lunch. For a different flavor, you can swap the peanut butter for almond butter or add a handful of spinach for an extra nutrient boost. This smoothie bowl is so delicious that you will forget it is good for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope these dairy-free lunch ideas become your new favorites to make on repeat. And there you have it, 18 dairy-free lunch ideas you can truly make on repeat. I hope this collection gave you some fresh inspiration for your weekly menu. Remember, you can pick and choose the ones that work best for your taste and dietary needs. If you enjoyed this roundup, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more helpful recipe collections. For even more support, come join our community at www.healthybitestribe.com. There you'll find an AI recipe generator, a meal planner, and ways to save and share your favorite dishes. You can also chat with others who understand cooking with allergies and restrictions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video with more simple, delicious ideas.